How's everybody doing tonight?
Woo! Pretty good. Yourself?
You are terrible.
Thank you. No, but seriously, I'm not out here as Pure Fury Jeff Klaus right now. I'm out here as Jeff Klaus, the person. First of all, I just want to say that you guys are amazing. I have wrestled over 500 shows in my life, and in front of all sorts of different crowds and all sorts of different venues. And there's no place I would rather be than here with you people on any given night. So thank you. Whether you boo me, you cheer me, you make fun of what I'm wearing at the time, it's all good. You guys are an amazing crowd. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Everybody in the locker room loves to perform for you people. You guys make this real. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know, I'm out here and I'm holding this Gladiator championship belt, and it's one of the most prestigious titles I've ever held, and I'm proud to hold it, and I'm proud to hold it for this great company. But the fact of the matter is, in the world of professional wrestling, things happen. Injuries happen, and you can never predict it. Unfortunately, I'm suffering from a debilitating injury that at one point I couldn't even get up off my couch without any assistance. And that is real. It's not a work, it's the real thing. I'm legitimately hurt. And you guys deserve much better than this. So I must announce that I'm gonna have to give up my Gladiator championship belt tonight. And I don't want to do it, but you guys deserve to have a fighting champion, and right now I just can't do it. And I apologize from the bottom of my heart. No, thank you. Thank you. Now, the right thing to do, giving up this title, and I have to acknowledge the man that has been chasing me for the belt, and between all of us, probably deserves this belt more than anybody. So right now, can we bring out Bam Grizzlee, please? Now, Bam, I got you here in front of me, and man to man, I want to apologize for the things I've said to you, the things I've done to you, and truly, I believe you deserve this belt more than anybody. You're such a talent in the ring, man, and these people love you, and I can see why they love you. You just have this persona about you that it's undeniable. So I think you deserve this belt more than anybody else.
Such an important moment just kind of get destroyed right here with team ratings.
Yeah, I don't think there's any need for Craig Stossel or team ratings to be out here at this pinnacle moment in IWE BattleZone TV history right now. A legend, Pure Fury Jeff Klaus, announcing that he's no longer able to compete. And what is this? Team Ratings bringing down a banner over our IWE banner in the entranceway.
I just wanted to say hi, buddy. Other than that, I don't think Bam is really who should be getting that belt. I believe it should be J.J. Hughes.
Except for now, it's gonna happen.
Why would you think that? He was in the match when I won the belt in the first place.
Because he's, unlike Bam, he's championship material.
Why would you want a championship on an egg-sucking dog like this fool?
The only championship he's won is the one that I won for him. And then he lost that too. Remember Fast and Furious? I remember.
Bygones be bygones. I mean, everybody here knows J.J. Hughes. I mean, just look at him. This guy, this is championship material. You belong. You know what? How about these two just fight it out?
That's fine by me. I have all the confidence in the world in Bam Grizzlee. I've seen this guy work. You guys want to see that?
Looks like we got ourselves a match.
So, first match for this edition of BattleZone TV. I am the professional Sean Lathrop.
And I am your special for the host for the spectacular, spooktacular event, Tommy Beetle Danger.
Yes, Tommy Beetle Danger.
Yep. An unconventional way to start off this BattleZone TV, where Pure Fury Jeff Klaus announces his stepping away from the IWE ring, relinquishing the Gladiator title due to injury. And as sad as it is to see him go, this provides ample opportunity for the rest of the roster. And right now, it is providing huge opportunities for Bam Grizzlee and J.J. Hughes, who are right now about to square off in our opening contest to find out who becomes the next Gladiator champion.
Although it might be even referee Nate if you look at Bam Grizzlee, considering how Bam's reacting to Nate. Of course, to really point out, and I believe Jeff Klaus pointed it very well, J.J. Hughes knows Jeff better than probably anyone in this organization, former tag team champion, and at one point the protege of Jeff Klaus as the Fast and the Furious.
Absolutely. Somebody really coached J.J. along early on in his career. And now the tides are starting to turn where the student is really starting to progress ahead of the master, being that Jeff Klaus is stepping away and Hughes is now about to take his spot, very possibly, if he can hold off Bam Grizzlee. Hughes now with the upper hand, off the ropes, ducking the line from Bam, and Bam with a big elbow right to the jaw of Hughes. Oh, and up with a spinning heel kick. In for the cover, 1, 2, and a kick out after 2. Hughes still staying alive.
Bam trying to put this away fast and quickly. Well, that's the same word, but oh well. Getting the crowd hyped up for this as he's dropping the leg right across and right him cowboy Bam Grizzlee onto J.J. Hughes.
He's got to be careful, though, with a situation like that where he's attacking Hughes on the ropes. It could get himself disqualified if he holds it too long.
Of course, there's been a lot of talks that J.J. Hughes is in that heavyweight title picture after defeating Benjamin Brody. And as we know, Bam Grizzlee has yet to defeat a former world champion. So in some aspects, between being a part of team ratings and that, oh!
What a boot from Grizzlee.
I'm going to complete my thought in a second here. Bam Grizzlee's got something crazy.
Oh, and a sunset flip into the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out after 2.
It looks like JJ's trying to fight back, but Bam got out of it. Get into a front headlock.
Yep.
JJ's still squirming.
To touch on your point that you're getting at, Hughes definitely has the more experience in the ring, and definitely the scales would be tipped in his
The big
favor.
match quality, yeah.
Right. He's been in this situation many times before where Bam is still relatively new to this type of situation. So it's important to see how he flushes out in the big picture.
And I believe, I could be wrong in this, but I believe this is Bam Grizzlee's first ever title match here in IWE as well.
I think you might be correct. Big knee from JJ Hughes. And Grizzlee sitting in a bad state. What a backbreaker. And the look of anguish on the face of Bam. All smiles right now from Craig Stossel as he says, just put him away. And this crowd's getting ruckus.
And
as
these
they're
two
trying to cheer up Bam as forearms are laid down on his face.
And these two men are just slugging it out right now. JJ is showing Bam who's his daddy differently right now.
I'm pretty sure you could have heard those chops all the way in Canada.
Probably.
And you hear the referee talking about how he might disqualify Hughes if he doesn't get him off the ropes. To touch on my point from earlier, even in this type of situation, disqualification would cause for the title to go to the opposite competitor.
But
Go ahead.
with no actual competitor holding the title, I would assume it would just stay vacant then.
You think so?
Yeah. Because there is no championship advantage because there's no champion.
Right, so then it would have to just go to whoever wins the match.
That's potential.
In for the covers, Hughes. 1, 2, and a kick out barely in the nick of time.
I think Craig Stoss would be able to figure out that problem real fast. Not really our concern right there.
Absolutely. We're just here to call it like we see it right now. And right now, we see Hughes in control of Bam Grizzlee for the Gladiator title with Craig Stossel ringside. As apparently this is now hashtag team ratings and no longer IWE.
Hashtag team ratings, BattleZone TV. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Not really.
You'll get used to it. Just like the Ratings Cup, the Ratings Championship, the Ratings Tag Team titles.
Please. It'll be better once President Rick Green is back and healthy, and we wish him a speedy recovery. But Bam now on the offensive.
Turning over for it.
Set him up for the swinging neck breaker and just dropped him right on his head and in for the cover. 1, 2, and another kick out from Hughes, realizing the importance of the matchup and how close he was to losing his opportunity at the Gladiator title.
I'm quite certain he did a noogie before he dropped him on his head.
It's possible. Oh!
Face first, Bam Grizzlee, looking like he bent his neck back on that one too.
But both men are down as Hughes rolls into the cover. And barely a kick out from Bam, as he still looks like he's barely moving. It was almost instinct on that kick out.
Still a lot of life in this individual, Bam Grizzlee. And
Oh, beautiful Northern Lights suplex, 2, and another kick out from Hughes as the referee was getting into position. Might have been just enough time that Hughes needed to kick out of that.
both men are pretty well spent, but JJ getting back into the offensive. Fisherman neckbreaker by JJ Hughes. Doing a lot of focus on the Bam Grizzlee's neck and head area in this matchup.
And for the cover, and such an audacious cover. Allowed Bam to kick out, not necessarily with ease, but a lot. Oh, and for the tight cover now, and maybe it was a third cover. 3 covers, 3 kickouts by Bam, staying in this matchup, not letting Hughes take advantage of him and showing what a gladiator he is on this roster and why he should be competing for this Gladiator Championship. Hughes now, oh!
Big boot straight to the face of Bam Grizzlee. Here comes A Wicked. He is not competing in this match, the former Gladiator champion.
A Wicked out here. Oh, off the second rope, went in for the cover. And in for the cover, this could be it! And Bam Grizzlee!
Bam Grizzlee just won the Gladiator championship from J.J. Hughes.
A shocker! A huge shocker to start off the crowd is electric as we start this episode of BattleZone TV with an opening contest that features your new IWE Gladiator champion, Bam Grizzlee. With what seemed to be a little assistance from former Gladiator champion A Wicked, who we know has had trouble with Hughes for months and months now. Bam Grizzlee, now your new champion. And the look of disdain on Craig Stossel and Hughes.
Like A Wicked's asking for a microphone?
And now we got a stare down between Stossel and Wicked.
What's on? What's going on, Craig Stossel?
What are you doing out here?
Just helping a friend out. You know.
You want a match?
No, I'm good.
I think you need one.
I know. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Who wants to see A Wicked take on somebody right now? I think you need to face a real opponent, someone like Alex Steele.
And Alex Steele running in out of nowhere with an attack from behind.
The Cannonball assaulting.
And this matchup is underway. Steele and the 1% coming out here as well. And they're coming to How are you doing, Pete Daddy Doll?
I need you to get in their seats.
What are you talking about?
Me and my brother are this match. So I'm going to have to ask you to move.
Are you sure? Has it been
I'm
cleared?
asking you one more time before I pick you up and move you. Get out of my seat.
Well, as I'm waited to be joined by my broadcast partner, my brother James Dillinger, it is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D, one half of the 1%. Here he is. James, how you doing, brother?
Oh, it's the Team Ratings Takeover.
This
baby,
is
on
it.
Top of the world.
I can't wait. Look at that. JJ throwing A Wicked into the post. Look at the little Pokeball hit the ring post. You know what they say, got to catch them all.
Cover him, buddy.
Alex there, look at him. Alex Steele, one of our founding. He
Forward from Pierce Steele from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, baby.
Steel City. Look at the cross faces he's throwing.
He is the absolute backbone of Team Ratings. We couldn't do it without him.
Cannonball Alex Steele putting A Wicked's neck over the rope.
That's
Ouch.
gotta be it, ref. Come
That's
on.
it. Count it. 1, 2, 3.
that's all.
What?
You gotta be kidding me. I'll tell you what, this ain't Wicked. He's not bad, but he's no JJ Hughes.
He's no. There's nobody that is like JJ Hughes. That's why Team Ratings decided to sign JJ Hughes, because we saw the future in him.
He is the future of the IWE, the future of BattleZone TV, and most importantly, the future of Team Ratings.
I heard that.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
Oh. Steele with a spinning side slam. That's going to be it right there. What?
Learn how to count. This referee, I don't know where he learned how to count.
I think he went to the Helen Keller School of Officiating, honestly.
Have you never seen Sesame Street?
That was ugly. What's not ugly is our faces. Look at, hey, right there, look at.
We're beautiful up
Look,
here.
Ma, we're over.
We do it all
all. We can do it all. We're the tag champions. We're doing commentary. We're watching Alex Steele ready to finish A-Wicked off.
We can do a better job of wrestling. Come on, Alex.
Come on, Alex. Get up. Look at our boss. Look at our boss going down there, lend some moral support to Alex. JJ's there. We are a family at Team Ratings. Team Ratings, we are a family.
Cesar is the mastermind of Team Ratings.
Absolutely. He's the one that put the whole thing together.
You know what? People in the back, they know us as Team Hard to Follow. It's going to be hard to follow this. I don't want to be the guys who have to come after Alex Steele, puts a whipping. Move out of the way! Oh, no. No. He'll come back around. He's going to win this match, no doubt about it.
And A-Wicked cheating.
Alex, get out,
The referee, he was on the top rope, and the referee didn't even administer a count. You know who's the best referee in IWE? It's Dan Tanner. Hands down, Dan Tanner is the best referee in IWE.
I've never once lost a match with Dan Tanner.
I never have either. I've never lost a match with Dan's
All
officiating.
these crooked referees, I'll lose all the time.
The fix is in. They've got it out for Team Ratings right now. Look at, there's a beautiful counter by Alex Steele with the spear. Spear by Alex Steele.
That's got to be
That's it. Put a fork in him. Come on.
I don't think that could have possibly done anything.
I don't either. I'm at a loss for words here, and I'm never at a loss for words.
You at a loss for words. Come on. We always got something to say. Well, that's great. You always got something to say.
I know. Here, the straps are coming up.
Finish him off, Alex.
Finish him, Alex. It's business time now. It is. That's all she wrote. Steele's going for the finish right now. Wicked is.
I was worried when his brother Andrew had to leave Team Ratings so suddenly. But Alex Steele has picked that up.
Yes, he has.
In singles competition.
Definitely carving. And, well, A-Wicked comes up with a win.
That's just not something we can sit around.
I don't think we can sit here and take that. I just don't. I don't think I can stomach this.
Well, I think I speak for Tommy, Danger Z, and myself when I say that was probably the least unprofessional pairing in commentary I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'm very upset that even was a thought in anyone's head to have that happen. And I'm sorry to all of you who had to witness it. And now this vicious beatdown from Team Ratings as A-Wicked had picked up the victory over Alex Steele. Craig Stossel keep making claims and keep making matches all day so far, and nothing's gone according to plan in any way, shape, or form.
Well, that's what happens when you turn on the professional Sean Lathrop, you're going to start losing. I can't believe it.
And now, bad intentions from Team Ratings as they pull out a chair from the audience.
Lifting him up from the top rope.
Hit him with the cutter hard over the top. Knees landing straight into that chair.
Oh my goodness.
And there's 1, 2, 3, and Ratings having Steele cover A-Wicked after that malicious beatdown. The record books are going to show A-Wicked got the victory, but Team Ratings definitely finished with the upper hand. Yeah. I didn't touch it. I did not touch it.
You mess with the best, you go down like the rest.
And A-Wicked still lying flat on the floor on the outside of the ring.
He has not really moved at all.
Well, after a beatdown such as the one he's just incurred, I'm not surprised as Hughes and Steele both make their way out of the arena.
What are you talking about, fat boy?
And the 1%, your IWE Tag Team Champions, left alone in the ring with their apparent favorite officiator, referee, Dan Tanner. Issuing basically an open challenge for what seems to be their IWE Tag Team Championship. And we got a special treat as the Deans come out. And it seems they're in the Halloween spirit, dressed up as Team Ratings.
It's like micro ratings or something.
Micro ratings, that's pretty good.
Thank you. Of course, the Dean boys were so close from winning those titles off of Team Ratings not too long ago. Not just once, but twice.
And here this third of contest can only be even grander and maybe even inch them even closer to taking those titles off the 1%. I can guarantee that this contest will be one for the ages. Center in Houghton Lake, cheering to the top of their lungs for the Dean boys.
Of course, the wild card in this match is the official, the quote-unquote best referee in IWE.
Dan Tanner.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't make the rules when it comes to who officiates what match. That is Craig Stossel's job at the moment, as IWE President Rick Green is out of action.
Seems like we barely make the rules for who officiates the matches, or calls the matches, I should say.
And it sounds like it has been made official. This match will be for the IWE Tag Team Championships. I think they did rock, paper, scissors. Pete Daddy Dollar lost and then just said that he's going to go in anyway.
He lost twice. That's the best part.
And it looks like Pete Daddy Dollar and Tyson Dean are going to start the match off as the referee starts to check Tyson Dean to get this matchup underway. We've already seen one title change hands this evening, although under different circumstances. Could we see another title change hands tonight? Whether or not it happens tonight or not, I can tell you one thing's for sure. This has already been an explosive episode of BattleZone TV, and we're not even close to done yet.
We have the big main event. We have yet to really talk about it. The Pumpkin Patch Deathmatch. John Cambell, the creature feature, versus Cesar Ashur, the true guardian, true gladiator.
Two gladiators that have been fighting their hearts out, that have more bad blood than I've seen Taylor Swift show in her famous song. And Tyler Dean really giving it to Pete Daddy Dollar, almost like over-muscling him, overpowering him.
It seems like a lot of that is rage on Pete Daddy Dollar, a lot of frustration of not getting the job done in previous attempts against Pete and Dillinger.
And Tyson going to work on the leg of Pete, who reverses that Irish whip. And again, a kick to the leg.
Tripping up Pete Daddy Dollar head first into the second turnbuckle. And Tyler Dean, page out of Bam Grizzly's book, Ride 'em Cowboy onto Pete Daddy.
Now this is exactly the type of strategy that you would see from tag team championship material, isolating one competitor so much and really also isolating on a certain body part. But Dillinger now getting in the ring after no tag was made, and now he's claiming there was a tag, and Dan Tanner just allowing it and going in for the backbreaker on Tyson, the backstabber.
Now Pete's once again the legal man against Tyson Dean.
I think in this type of situation, the Deans have a very steep mountain to overcome, as they're basically facing 3 against 1, you could say, because one man's going to be illegal for the Deans, and all 3 members of Team Ratings out there will just do whatever they want.
And if you put Tyler and Tyson on top of each other, they equal 1 person too.
Yeah, so it's like a half a person versus 3. Oh, Whisper in the wind from Tyson misses wildly.
I mean, he hit the mat fine, so I don't know if it was a miss particularly.
Maybe he was aiming for the mat. Is that what you were saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. James dropping the elbow off the top rope.
In for the cover, and this could be it. And a fast count from Dan Tanner, but Tyson's still allowed to kick out in time.
Hey, he's not in kindergarten. He knows how to count, so wants to make sure he's counting and getting it done. So,
are you really defending Team Ratings after they stole your chair not moments ago?
Yeah, you got a point. I'm still bitter about that. I thought I had a good thing with Team Ratings, but I guess not.
Nope. They just shoved you aside like you were me. How does that make you feel, Mr. Professional?
I feel like you, so terrible.
I feel pretty good right now.
Big takedown by James Dillinger.
In for the cover, 1, 2, and another fast count. Up on the shoulders for a fireman's carry. Tyson starting to wiggle out of it, grabbing the ropes. Oh! And a gut check nonetheless. 1.
Just a 1 count as Tyler Dean was able to break up the pin quick and easily.
Yeah, he wasn't giving Team Ratings any chance to possibly get the win on that.
No, sir. Down goes Tyler Dean as Pete and James with a double team. Oh! I think he hit the top and bottom middle turnbuckle there.
Definitely didn't look good from our angle here. I can only imagine how bad it felt for Tyson.
I was going to see Craig Stoss giving Tyler Dean some advice there.
I sure hope it's advice and not just criticism. And a knee by Tyson. Drop toe hold onto the ropes.
Getting ready for the 3-1-3.
Oh! And a clothesline dropping Tyson right to the mat from the middle rope.
I just want to point out that Pete Daddy Dollar did that clothesline from his knees.
Yeah, he sure did. From the middle rope, from his knees. And a scoop slam by Pete Daddy Dollar. Pumping up the elbow. And dropping a second one for good measure, in for the cover.
Tyson Dean not going down in this fight, keeping himself alive.
And a tag to James Dillinger, is now the legal man, I guess.
I mean, it was at least a tag, so Dillinger did do well at that.
All right, I'll give you that much. And a double follow-away slam sends Tyson almost out of the ring. And a basement drop kick finishes the job.
Nearly laying in the front lap of the big IWE fans there. And Pete Daddy Dollar's assaulting Tyson Dean on the outside. Tyler Dean on the outside, I should say. Meanwhile, Dillinger dropped from the farthest side of us over here.
Malicious intent with extra vendetta as the 1% looks to just demolish the Deans completely. And over on the back corner, Dillinger power bombs Tyson against the wall. As Tyler Dean is still getting assaulted ringside as all competitors are out of the ring.
I do want to point out Tyson Dean and James Dillinger are the legal men right now. Essentially, you could say Pete's just beating up Tyler for fun.
Yeah. And a running boot by Dillinger. And the crowd chanting for a count out.
This would definitely be a count out at least twice now, but looks like Dan Tanner has yet to even count one yet.
I think he counted one once after the crowd finished chanting 10. And now the legal competitors back in the ring as Tyler Dean is down and out ringside. And Tyler back up to his corner.
Well, what exactly is going on here?
It looks like a tandem for extra height. Superplex! My Lord! Everybody down and out, but Tyson with enough wherewithal
just threw him over to Tyler.
With springboard sentons onto Pete.
Coming right back with a drop kick straight to the middle of the chest. Pete Daddy is in trouble.
And a Hurricanrana sends Pete onto the second rope, much as we saw earlier in the match.
And 3-1-3 from his hometown of Detroit, Michigan.
And he went for the springboard again, but then spinebuster and a kick out from Tyler somehow, some way. Had enough within his head left to know that a kick out was necessary. And in for a roll up, a cradle. And the referee rolling him over. And calling for the foul. Dan Tanner rolling the roll-up.
I've never seen a referee roll over a roll-up like that before in my life.
This is ridiculous.
It is.
Well, I guess it was bound to happen for one thing to go right for team ratings this evening. As the 1% retains their tag team titles in very controversial fashion. I'd like to see them compete and defend their titles in a match where Dan Tanner is not the referee.
I would concur with that. If it was any other circumstance, we could see D&D. We could see the Deans defeat them. But of course, the Cartiers are waiting in the wing and are looking to hunt down the 1% themselves.
They're looking to hunt down whoever has those titles, whoever it may be. But right now, you're right. They got their eyes on the 1%. And as exciting as everything's been so far, ladies and gentlemen, it is now for the main event of BattleZone TV. Something that we've never seen before. A BattleZone TV first, a pumpkin patch death match.
For those of you that are faint of heart, be sure to turn away because this is not going to be an easy match for people to watch. I've seen a pumpkin patch death match only once before, and it was one of the most brutal contests I've ever seen in my life.
And we have two competitors that are going to be going at it that have more bad blood than I've ever seen. And with such intent and malice between each other, I can only imagine it's going to be even more brutal than the one you've already seen.
I would not be surprised if that is the circumstance.
You are looking at the true Gladiator, Cesar Ashur, and he's going to be competing against the former IWE heavyweight champion, the creature feature, John Campbell.
The heart and soul of IWE, John Campbell, versus perhaps the future of IWE, Cesar Ashur.
Absolutely. And the crowd erupts as you could say a death stare glares from Cannonball right into the eyes of Cesar Ashur.
Of course, we have so many pumpkins at ringside, filled with so many items that we don't know what. But there's one item that he's carrying with him, Frankenbucket.
And you never know what could be inside Frankenbucket. The astute manager of the creature feature I can only imagine that there's something in there to also inflict damage to Cesar as well as give candy to the audience.
Likely hiding underneath there. Unless he plans to defeat Cesar Ashur with diabetes. That is a terrible disease, which I can understand how that could work.
I mean, it could. It would just take time. And the creature feature grabbing a fan from the audience who is dressed up as the creature feature for this spectacular event.
Let me just point out that we have two homeless men in the building right now, and they have yet to be arrested.
You know,
squatting is a crime, okay?
Yeah, it may be. But I'd like to say that they may have dressed up tonight, as I noticed you have as well. You actually look like a professional this evening as opposed to normal. You remember your own tie, and your shirt doesn't look wrinkled. It looks nice. You look good today.
I've lost a lot of weight. I think I've done pretty well.
You're an inspiration to us all, Sean.
I understand, Beetle. I understand.
And we're underway. And immediately Cambell with a takedown on Cesar.
Takedown very similar to the Greco-Roman style of Cesar Ashur, which in the last time these two competed, Cambell defeated Ashur in his contest, but we see Ashur doing well so far in the brawls, but Cambell now in control.
Off the ropes, and Cesar staying on and getting the breather out here. Taking a moment, getting away from Cambell. As you can see, the frustration already imploding inside of him.
He was not expecting that quick takedown in the beginning. It must have really rattled his strategy.
Oh! Suicide dive from Cambell. Something we rarely see out of a man of that size.
I don't think I've ever seen Cambell do a suicide dive before. That was crazy.
And coming up the ramp, they're coming up towards the commentation station.
Getting way too close to us.
They're getting way too close to the camera. Oh! Oh!
Hitting him with some spare aluminum cans there.
And right now, things to remember when it comes to this pumpkin patch deathmatch, everything is legal. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And off the steps goes Cesar.
That was getting too close for me, Tommy. Way too close.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. I already got forced out of my chair once this episode. I'd like to keep it that way.
Concur.
Corey Kerr.
I thought we were going to get through an entire episode just once, Tommy. Just once. As we're seeing Cesar Ashur choking John Cambell right, and I think that's literally onto a fan's lap.
This is the type of match where everybody can get involved in a chair. Look like to the back of Cesar.
They're going to be battling all over this area. No one is going to be safe, whether it's our camera woman there, Rudy Parker, the audience who's already been having to deal with them on top of them, and of course, John Cambell and Cesar Ashur just striking each other with big chops.
You know, I don't think either competitor, even if they do come out with a win, wins tonight. I think the only people that win are us.
I would agree. Their bodies will definitely not enjoy what's going to happen. And the first bucket has been lifted.
And it looks like a steel chain. And he's using it to choke Cesar.
Cesar's
moving away just far enough to where John had to release the hold.
Pretty much using the ropes as a way to push him off.
And now Cambell. Looks like he's wrapping his forearm with that chain.
Big clothesline, dropping it across his chest with that chain I'm speaking of.
And that chain directly to the spine of Cesar. You can see the agony from Cesar's face after taking that attack.
I can only imagine that it's probably doing some damage to his arm too, because he's still wrapping that chain around his body. Or body parts. I will say this is probably the easiest job ever for referee Jared. Normally you do a 5 count right there, but all he's got to do is to see if someone can continue or make sure someone chooses not to continue.
Absolutely. And off the ropes goes Cesar. Oh, and a huge clothesline from Cesar drops Cambell to the mat.
Ashur finally in control. It's been a while since he's been able to have Cambell on his back.
And now Cesar using that chain to throw down right to the center of the back of John. And now choking him.
Was going straight for the kidneys and now going for like a Steiner recliner with that chain. Right on top of the ropes. Here comes bucket number 2.
Looks like we got some brass knuckles.
I think he has to, oh! Right into the stomach with those knuckles.
That's all you got.
He's got the chain. There's a lot of metal in that ring right now.
I'm sorry, I was choking.
And Cambell now down, but Cesar not letting up the fight.
Ashur's been able to adapt to this battle style pretty effective. Oh!
Right to the midsection.
I thought it was going to go a little bit lower. I was a little scared for Cambell.
Right into a half crab, hoping to make Cambell submit. Oh, and I think he's punching the knee with those brass knuckles at the same time.
I was going to say it's going to be the first, maybe only time we see a submission like that, but the brass knuckles really add something to a single leg crab.
Come on. Come on. I want to tell you. This is your man.
A right hand right across the head, right across the skull of John.
Cambell's in deep trouble right now. Being sent to the outside. I figured they'd be done with the outside by now.
Not even close.
Ashur finally putting down the knuckles, planning on doing something different. Well, but Cambell dropping down Ashur and pulling him. I'm not sure how you would say, but that went first into the ring post. And locking in.
It looks like a modified figure 4.
A standing version, using his arms as a way to keep it locked in and applying the pressure.
And the crowd chanting for Cesar to tap once more like he did in their last encounter in a submission match.
I can only imagine that'd be extremely insulting to beat Cesar Ashur twice by tap out, and in one of them being a pumpkin patch death match.
Yeah. And Cesar kicking that middle rope as John was making his way in, and now he's starting to feel some of the pain that John delivered to Cesar earlier in the match.
And just to make it clear, these ropes, they may not be a ring post, but they do hurt. Another bucket, I'm not sure what's in that.
I think it's a lead pipe, and John using, I think, the chain for a low blow.
I think you're right, so that lead pipe is now out of the equation.
Jawbreaker. Cesar, with his wits about him again, grabs that lead pipe, and now choking John again.
John trying to use the ropes, but remember, no rope breaks in this match.
And the coughs coming from John as he tries to get the wind back. And now Cesar with a crossface using that lead pipe, it looks like across the throat of John.
I'm gonna be honest, considering I see Jason Voorhees in the crowd, I'm just glad no one's grabbed the machete yet.
That, I might run from that one.
Big swinging neckbreaker from Cesar Ashur, taking down John Cambell. First, we got one bucket left. I'm very curious what else is left in this ring.
I don't know if you noticed, but the referee just like kicked one of the pumpkins and it landed perfectly in the corner. And I thought that was awesome.
That's just very eerie with a match like this.
And it's looking at us.
He's not pleased with you, Tommy.
Cesar fighting back after that reversal. Off the ropes he goes. And then a hip toss neck breaker from John.
Cambell is back in control here. As we're seeing Cesar, his mouth guard is almost falling out of his mouth. And you notice, once again, referee not even doing a 10 count as both men are down. One of these men just cannot continue or must choose not to continue. Pinfall or tap out.
Here's a pin, 2. And a kick out after 2 from Ashur. And now both men getting back to their feet. And a roll up by Cesar. 1, 2, and a kick out after 2 again.
That almost took John off guard.
Both men in opposite corners. And another roll up by Cambell. 1, 2.
Holding on to it. It looks like he's trying to put in a hoss of pain. Great maneuver, torquing the leg around his head and locking his hands together, making it impossible for Cesar to break out. Rope break does not matter though. Oh, John's gonna listen though.
John's gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. John's very stupid like that.
I think John just wants to make sure Cesar has no leverage that he can use. So he pulled him closer in the middle of the ring where Cesar can't grab at anything to try to grasp. He's going to be forced to tap on his own accord.
Now pulling on the referee. You can hear the screams of agony from Cesar Ashur as John Cambell continues to torque on that leg.
It's got to be a little bit of strain on John's neck though too. I mean, that type of hold, that's really putting a lot of pressure on the back of his neck and forcing him to tilt his head in an awkward fashion.
When you see the deltoids that John Cambell has, for sure he can handle it.
And a right hand from Cesar. Reversal. Big clothesline from John. German suplex by John.
The spooky suplex machine is added now for Cesar Ashur. And another back suplex onto Ashur.
In for the cover. 1, 2, 2 just barely. Cesar not letting this victory escape him just yet.
John Cambell reaching for that final bucket. Wondering what it could be. It's Legos. You ever stepped on a Lego, you can understand this is gonna hurt.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was the IWE production that put that in that bucket or if it was John himself, but
I'm gonna blame Xander Weiss.
I will also blame Xander Weiss.
John planning to do something onto those tacks, but Ashur fighting him.
Oh, and Cambell taking the suplex onto those Legos. That cannot be feeling good. He might have some of those Legos lodged in his back for a while.
That's absolutely right. Ashur collecting his thoughts. I think he's looking to end this right now.
We've seen him do this many times before in such flawless fashion, the moonsault from the top rope.
Considering a man of his size, it is absolutely ridiculous how well it pulls off.
Oh! Right onto the Legos!
And that chain for that matter.
Adding extra injury to injury. Cambell with the wherewithal to dodge just in time to have Cesar do more damage to himself than John's inflicted on him all night.
Well, now, where's John Cambell going?
I don't know, but it definitely can't have good intentions written behind it. Is it a table? I hope it's a table. I think it's a table. My lord, it's a table. I can't believe it. The creature features bringing out a table. You know, Cambell has very bad luck when it comes to tables in IWE.
If you look back at his wars with the one James Dillinger, especially at the most recent campus clash, it was simply him going through these tables.
And if you look back even further to any previous campus clash, where he went through a table against Will Vendetta. I believe John's the one that set both of them up too.
John's playing with fire with this situation once again.
And he's setting it up in the corner.
He's been taking a lot of time here. Ashur getting on all fours right now.
Might as well throw some Legos on that table too.
Correct.
And now getting Cesar back up to his feet. Oh, and a low blow from Cesar.
Completely legal in this situation.
And a smile from Cesar as he gives him a goodbye kiss.
Big boot straight to the face.
And as these men have both gone back and forth in this match, there's no telling how it can finish. But we've seen this from John on many a times, the diamond dust from the top rope. He's got to be careful though, he might land into that table himself.
He's going to land in those Legos if anything.
But Cesar fighting back. Oh! Oh! 1, 2, 3! Ladies and gentlemen, that is the finish of the match. Cesar letting the experience of his matches with John to his advantage, knowing that John was setting up for the diamond dust and the positioning of it, fighting back, fighting out of it, and knowing that table was still set up, just running John right into it and then falling into the cover.
Although Cesar Ashur is the winner of this match, he doesn't exactly look like much of a winner right now, which we both kind of expected, considering what these men put themselves through.
Absolutely. But you know, as Cesar's recovering, he's going to recover just that much faster, knowing that he escaped this episode of BattleZone TV, this pumpkin patch death match with the W.
Absolutely, a big win for Cesar Ashur, and must take off a lot of weight off his shoulders of people saying he could not beat John Cambell.
Just eliminating all the doubt within anybody's mind whether or not he could be the future of IWE as he proclaims. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this spooktacular event of BattleZone TV. And remember, this is only part one of our spooktacular occurrences. Join us next time where I will be hosting once again as Tommy Beetle Danger.
And I am the professional Sean Lathrop.
I hope you dress like another professional next time. I'll be looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Good fight. Good night.